morning and welcome to episode 116 for Cover 2 Cook. We are talking about NFL updates this morning and what is happening in these training or mini camps or whatever. And then as well, we have the NFC West wins. Great conference, but some teams are going to do well, some teams are not. So we'll talk about that, but let's get it started.
Yeah. I was going to do a vertical jump there. Thank you, Sox.
Travel been to Indiana, and did Cover 2 Cook get you a good hotel?
Indiana? No, I'm in Louisiana. I'm here for Mardi Gras.
I know that this might be hard, but I don't know how much you remember Friday night since we left you damn near when you fell asleep.
I got my belly full, man. I was like, I warm covers and warm. I was like, I could go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jack Dorsey.
Final answer?
Yes. All right.
This is going to be a long fucking day.
All right. Thank you so much for joining Cover 2 Cook. We're on episode 116. We got some NFL updates happening. First one, Daniel Jones is getting first reps for the Colts instead of Anthony Richardson. What'd you think about hearing about this?
I'm not surprised. One thing I'm not surprised on, I think Anthony Richardson may be still hurt, is why he's getting the first team reps. And I think Daniel Jones, I think the coach seen enough last year. Shane Steichter, I may be pronouncing that wrong. Maybe he'd seen enough last year and said, you know what, this is my job on the line, kind of like, what Ben Johnson might be with Caleb Williams this year. My job's on the line, and guess what? I'm going to play the best quarterback in our system that fits our system, and I'm going to play him. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if he's a rookie. Let him sit down for a while and watch Daniel Jones play.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he sits, he's done. Like, if Anthony Richardson doesn't win this starting position, he ain't going nowhere else. And he may go somewhere else to play, but this is really going to impact him at the Colts. I think it's a little surprising because them already giving him first reps shows to me that Daniel Jones either won it when they came in for minicamp or something like that. But yes, the injury does portray in it, but Daniel Jones' best decision in his NFL career so far was going to the Minnesota Vikings. Like, learning from Kevin O'Connell, learning from Sam Darnold when he was having his situation was such a good, because a lot of people were like, okay, now we're thinking about getting Daniel Jones because it's not the blue Daniel Jones that we've seen at the Giants. Right. It's a fresh new guy that could be. And the Vikings actually went after him. They wanted him to stay in Minnesota. So I can see why the Colts are already giving. And I'm going to be honest with you. That tap on the helmet for Anthony Richardson, I think it ruined his career. It lost a lot of trust in the locker room. It lost trust with the fans. It lost trust with the coaching staff. And I just think, unfortunately, after that, it's going to be hard for him to get back to A1 reps.
I totally agree. And here's another. He's not a pocket quarterback, Daniel Jones. He can get out and run. He has proven to run, except for when that yardage jumped up and bit him, and then he got tackled with nobody there.
Yeah.
But I still think under the right system with Daniel Jones, I think he's going to be a hell of a quarterback. Not a Hall of Famer, but a good quarterback.
Yep.
A quarterback that could get you some wins. Their defense is still a little suspect with Indianapolis. I mean, that's got to turn around a little bit. But I think he's the best candidate out of the two. I think he's the best candidate. I really do.
And I think when Daniel Jones was at best is when Saquon was there being able to take on the carries. Yeah. If Jonathan Taylor can stay healthy, that's a good situation for him because Daniel Jones played the best when he could do a rollout and it'd be a play action, something that where the teams are like, okay, we got to pay attention to Jonathan Taylor. We load the box up. He gets out to the outside and throws a deep ball. They have the wide receivers. They have the situation to be successful on the offensive side. I definitely agree with the defense. But the offensive side, I just think, again, Anthony Richardson lost trust, and now it's like maybe we need something new, fresh. And Daniel Jones might be it. I also don't want to read into it too much because it is day, 3? Yeah. So, like, we're just getting a little bit. But if someone would tell me Daniel Jones is going to be the starting quarterback this year, all year, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. I mean, he was Alec Pierce. It was one of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Jones could throw the ball, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so couldn't Anthony Richardson. But I think there was just too many ifs in him. He said they had too many turnovers, and it just was not. And maybe he's just not fitting that system. And like you said, maybe he could go somewhere else and fit it to another, because he's a big guy. I mean, he's a thick guy. So, I mean, I think he could fit in another system, but maybe just not this one here.
Yeah, I think he's young too. You got to remember that. Like he came out
Right.
early in college, so
Right.
we'll kind of see. But I just wouldn't be surprised with Daniel Jones. But in other NFL news, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu announces retirement. If you ever need to see one of the greatest college mixtape slash game tape, watch Tyrann Mathieu. He was so exciting, crazy athletic, made so many big plays. Him and I can't think of the other one that played at West Virginia. Him and those two have the greatest college film. Now Tyrann did get in a little trouble. I don't remember what that whole situation was, but then had a successful NFL career. But what did you think about when you heard about this retirement?
He was one hell of a quarterback for LSU in college. He was all right, I think, in the pros. I mean, I think he played for Arizona. He bounced around a little bit here and there
Yeah.
towards the end. And I mean, he was an all right cornerback but if he ever intercepted, he was trying to run it back to the house every time.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't going down or getting tackled or running out of bounds. He was running right straight up the field. Remind me, of the quarterback, like Darrell Green kind of deal, but not quite as skinny. But because Darrell Green was really skinny. But I was trying to think of the guy that played for a long time. I mean, remind me of him. He just didn't, Ed Reed. Ed Reed was somebody like that, not in that caliber. Don't get me wrong. Ed Reed is probably one of the top 5 cornerbacks of all time.
Yeah.
But he was. I mean, he just seemed like he was a good. I mean, that's why he bounced around, because I think he was just good. He wasn't a great cornerback, but he was really good for the NFL as many years as he played.
Yeah, I mean, I think he gets us. He might have 1 or 2. I know he has 1, but he might even have 2 Super Bowls, because I know he played for the Chiefs when they won. So
Right.
he got one there. I don't know if he got a second one with them, but no, he's outstanding. And I would say if he played in a different generation, if he played maybe in the early 2000s, he might have even been better, because the one thing that he was really good at too was exploding through his hits. And you said Ed Reed, he reminded me a lot of Brian Dawkins. He could bring the boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
when you play safety like that, you're out there. So you got the running going. In today's game, you just can't do that stuff. You just can't tee off on a wide receiver coming across the middle or something like that. So, but the Honey Badger's done. It's sad to see, but at the same time, I can't even tell you what team he played on last year. So
Yeah.
it is one of those things where I will always remember him as LSU than anything he did in the NFL, because what he did at LSU was just because he did punt returns and kick returns. And I mean, I can remember a couple games where the wide receiver stood up and he just rips the ball out and takes it off, like just takes down the field. So, but yeah, sad to see him kind of go. But that is all the NFL updates. Obviously, guys are getting into camp, so you're going to hear more about possibly injuries than anything right now. The holdout situation, still the same people. Nothing changed on that one. But we have to move on to the NFC West. Okay, I think this division competes with the North on what teams can be good in it. I just don't know if they're all going to be that. But we got to start off with the LA Rams. They are at 9.5. I'm going to say the schedule. You tell me who's going to win. Right off the bat, Texans versus Rams. Who you got winning that game?
In LA, I'll give you the win against the Texans.
I definitely agree. I have the Rams winning that one. What about Rams versus Titans?
Another win. They start off 2-0. Matthew Stafford.
I like that. I have the Rams winning that as well. What about the Rams versus Eagles?
After that playoff loss, they competed with them, but I still think the Eagles are the top echelon, so I have them as a loss.
Yeah, I have the Eagles winning as well. What about Rams versus Colts?
I got them winning again. We just talked about who knows if Daniel Jones by the 4th game what you're getting. So I got to win against them.
What about and I have the Rams winning that one as well. What about 49ers versus Rams?
Another win, in conference win. I totally agree with that one.
And I actually don't.
And this is a Thursday night game, so I'm really kind of taking a chance. I know they don't have to go very far, but I think they could still win.
Yeah, I have the 49ers winning this one. I think that's we'll talk about the 49ers later on. What about Rams versus Ravens?
That defense there is going to get all over Stafford. Loss.
Yep, I have the Ravens winning that one as well. What about the Rams versus Jaguars?
I got this one as a loss. I was going back and forth on this one, but I just Trevor Lawrence this year. I think he's going to have a breakout year, so I got them as a loss.
I have the Rams winning this one. I don't believe that ever for Trevor, so that's okay. What about Rams versus Saints?
Oh, that's a win. That Saints
Yeah,
are not.
the Rams are going to win that one as well. What about 49ers versus Rams in San Francisco?
I got them losing this one. I think it's revenge time from their
Yeah.
loss earlier.
I have the 49ers winning as well. What about the Rams versus Seahawks?
I got the Rams winning that one at home.
Yep.
I think they'll beat Seattle.
Yeah, I have the Rams winning as well. That is Cooper Kupp coming back to the Rams, or
Right.
coming back to LA. What about Rams versus Buccaneers in LA?
I've got the Buccaneers going out to LA and beating them. So I got the Rams losing this one.
I have the Rams winning this one. I don't see that trip being very successful for the Buccaneers. What about the Panthers versus Rams in Carolina?
In Carolina, second straight loss for Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
Against Bryce Young. Ouch.
I agree. I think Bryce Young gets this win and the Panthers win. What about Rams versus Cardinals in Arizona?
I see them winning. Kyler, I think, and we'll talk about Arizona later, they're not very good this year.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I have the Rams winning. I don't care where they play. They could play in Europe. I don't care. The Rams win that game. Lions versus Rams in LA. Who you got winning that game?
I got the Rams winning that one, beating Jared Goff when Jared Goff's coming back home.
Yep. I have the same way. I have the Rams winning that one as well. What about Seahawks versus Rams in Seattle?
Sam Darnold has a monster game.
Yep.
I see a loss coming from the Rams.
I agree with that. I have the Seahawks winning that one as well. What about the Rams versus Falcons?
They're going to go to Atlanta and beat Penix. I got them win.
Yep, I have the Rams winning as well. What about the Rams versus Cardinals at LA?
This to get it out the season, another win.
Yeah, I think this gives them a little momentum going into the playoffs as a wild card. In that, what is your record for the LA Rams?
10-7.
I have them at 11-6, so the 9.5. We're both confidently pretty over that one. Now, I do like that. I think the Rams, yes, losing Cooper Kupp's not great, but they kept most of their core.
Yeah,
I think their situation is pretty fine there. And Jared Verse kind of took, at the end of the year, took off. And if he has another monster year like that, they're scary.
Yeah, I agree, Anthony. I think the Rams, I think the only thing that gets them in their way is their defense. But their defense is really good. Their offense, with Sean McVay, they're going to be, they'll have that well-oiled machine with Nakua going and then running attack. I think they can contend with the Eagles this year for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but that's crazy. No, I think the Rams, I think the NFC West in general is going to get better. Is going to get better. But we'll talk about that when we finish up. We got the 49ers next. 49ers struggled last year. How can they do this year? They're at 9.5. I thought that was super low. Looking at their schedule, starting it off, 49ers at Seattle. Who you got winning that game?
I've got 49ers losing at Seattle.
That's crazy. I have 49ers winning that game at Seattle. 49ers at Saints. Who you got winning that one?
I got the Saints beating the 49ers. They're going to start 0-2. And you know what they're saying? Oh, you know what they're saying? Why do we give all that money to Brock Purdy? He's 0-2 already.
No.
Why do we need to bench him?
49ers
going to be calling.
49ers win this game against the Saints. Saints are going to wish they had Brock Purdy. That's how bad it's going to be. Cardinals versus 49ers. Who you got winning that game?
I've got first one for Purdy after the $50 million contract. They win this one.
Yeah, I have the 49ers winning this game as well. What about the 49ers versus Jaguars?
2 in a row for Purdy.
Yep. I have 49ers winning that game as well. What about LA versus 49ers in LA? Or Rams versus...
yeah, they're going to lose this one. I think this is the prime game on Thursday night. They're going to lose.
Yeah, I have LA winning that game as well. What about 49ers versus Buccaneers?
Another loss, 2 in a row. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I have 49ers beating the Buccaneers. I don't know about that. They had an extra day for training, or a couple extra days. 49ers versus Falcons. Who do you got winning that game?
I got the 49ers coming back and winning this one.
Yeah, I have the 49ers winning that game as well. What about Texans and 49ers in Houston?
Another win for Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I actually go on the opposite on this one. I think the Texans win it. I don't know why. It just feels like a letdown game for the 49ers. 49ers versus Giants. Who you got that one in that one?
You know what? They got a travel cross country. People from the West don't travel very well to the East. I got the Giants winning this one.
Yeah, no. I have the 49ers winning this game by 45. Yeah, no, that ain't. What about Rams versus 49ers in San Francisco?
I got them winning, beating the Rams on this one.
Yeah, me too. I have the 49ers winning that game. What about 49ers versus Cardinals?
And this is in Arizona. Loss for the 49ers.
Okay. I have the 49ers winning that game. Kyler Murray can grow 7 inches, and he still won't beat them. What about the Panthers versus 49ers? And I swear to God, if you say Bryce Young wins this game, I'm going to.
No, I'm not going to say it, Anthony. I'm sorry. Purdy's going to get this victory right here. I think they'll play better. After that big loss in New York, they're going to rebound. They're going to rebound.
I have the 49ers winning that. I have the 49ers winning that game. What about 49ers versus Cleveland?
Oh, yeah. Cleveland's in a hot mess.
Yeah.
I got the 49ers winning this one.
I got 49ers winning that one as well. What about 49ers versus Titans?
Another victory coming from the AFC South. I got them beating them.
I have the 49ers winning as well. What about 49ers versus Colts?
Oh, you know what? Anthony Richardson might be playing this game by the time the end of the season. A loss for the 49ers.
Okay. 49ers win that game as well. 49ers versus Chicago Bears. What do you think about this one?
Oh, the Bears got to go out to 49ers. They never play well there. I think the 49ers win this one.
Yeah, I have the 49ers winning this one as well. And 49ers versus Seahawks to wrap up the season. Who do you got winning that one?
This is for the division between this and the Rams. I got them winning.
Yep. I have them winning as well. What is your record for the 49ers?
10-7. A tie with the Rams.
Wow. And they split the games. You had them split.
Yeah.
Too. I have the 49ers.
Go ahead.
I have the 49ers going 15-2. I think this is a huge bounce back year for them. The injuries obviously hurt them last year. This conference is available to be open for market. I think Arizona's going to struggle. I think the Seahawks are going to struggle. Those are good games to steal from your conference. And I think you're going to grab at least one from LA. Look at their schedule. All their hard games are at home. And all of their good games, are easy, just cakewalks. They get the Cleveland Browns. They get the Colts. They get
Giants.
Giants.
Giants too.
I think they're going to bounce back, and I think this year you're going to see. Is Debo leaving a big? Yes, that is. But Brian, you got Brandon Ayuk maybe coming back halfway through the year. You have all the other wide receivers, Christian McCaffrey. I think this is a good year for them.
I think the only drawback, pushback I got that on Anthony, I think their defense is going to struggle this year. They lost their linebacker to Denver, and then they lost. Didn't they lose Joey Bosa too, or Nick Bosa? Nick Bosa, one of the Bosa boys. Didn't they lose one of them?
No. He came from the Chargers. The other one left the Chargers.
Okay, so I think their defense is going to struggle this year. So Purdy's going to have to pick up big numbers this year without Debo Samuel. That's going to be a struggle. And if that one kid, Juwan Jennings, stays out for any long period of time.
Yeah, but he's practicing already, so I don't see it being a problem. He's already practicing starting today. I will also say this, too. You could put Fred Warner on the field by himself, and I'll still take that defense all day.
That's true.
That man is a man of months, boys. Yeah. That is so. Like I said, you can lose all the DBs and put Fred Warner out there, and I'll still take that defense.
Yeah.
On
one good leg, you can take Fred Warner against the rest of the others. Yeah.
You can make him put an eye patch on, and I'll still take him.
Right.
I have the next team that we're talking about is the Seattle Seahawks. I have the Seattle Seahawks at 7.5 wins. Starting us off right off the bat, 49ers versus Seahawks. Who do you got winning that game?
I got Seattle, Darnold's debut, a win.
Yeah, I have the 49ers winning this game, showing what the Seahawks are going to look like the rest of the year. What about the Seahawks versus the Steelers?
Fields is going to have a field day with this Seattle defense. I see a loss.
Yep, I have the Steelers winning as well. What about Seahawks versus Saints?
That's a win. That's a hot mess down there in New Orleans. So.
Yep, I have the Seahawks winning that one as well. What about in Arizona, Seahawks versus Cardinals?
I think Darnold against that defense of Arizona, win.
I have Kyler Murray kind of surprising. This is one of those games where you're like, oh, shit, it's a night game. What about the Buccaneers versus Seahawks?
Loss. That defense is going to eat up Sam Darnold.
Yep, I agree. I have the same as well on that. What about the Seahawks versus Jaguars?
Another loss. I think, at Jacksonville.
I have them winning this game. I don't know why. I don't believe in the Jaguars, so I'll take Seattle on that one. What about the Texans versus Seahawks?
Third loss in a row for Sam Darnold. Ouch.
Yeah, I have the Texans winning that one as well. What about the Commanders versus Seahawks?
How about 4 in a row?
Yep.
And now people are talking in Seattle. Why'd we pick up Sam Darnold? What the hell's going on?
Yep, I have Commanders winning that one as well. That's also another night game. What about the Cardinals versus Seahawks in Seattle?
They get back on track against Arizona. I'll win.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray does not play good up in Seattle. Never has.
Yeah, I have Seattle winning that one as well. What about the Rams and Seahawks at Rams?
Loss. I mean, I think LA is just too much of a team against Seattle.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I have the Rams winning that one as well. What about the Seahawks versus Titans?
Win.
I have that.
You're probably going to have Cam Ward playing.
Yeah, I have the Seahawks winning that one as well. What about the Vikings versus Seahawks?
That's a loss. That's in Minnesota.
No, it's in Seattle.
Oh, well, I think Seattle still loses. I think Minnesota is the better team.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Better say win because this is one of their 17 games. So.
Oh no, I have the Vikings winning, and honestly, I think Sam Darnold goes out on a cart after that game.
Ooh.
They're gonna ruin him. He's gonna see ghost again against the Vikings. Seattle versus Falcons. Who you got winning that game?
At Atlanta, I'll take Seattle in a win against Atlanta.
I have Seattle winning that one as well. What about Seattle versus Colts in Seattle?
Another win, another home win. Now we're starting to talk a little bit. Sam Darnold's getting back in.
Yep, I have Seattle winning that one as well. What about the Rams versus Seahawks in Seattle?
This is a prime game, Thursday night game, short turnaround. Home team. I'll take Seattle.
Yeah, I have the Rams winning this one. They could play a day after a game, and the Rams are going to win that 10 out of 10 times. What about the Seahawks versus Panthers?
At Carolina, I'll take another win. We've got 1, 2, 4 in a row for old Sam Darnold. Yeah, and he's not quite that bad of a quarterback.
I see the Panthers winning this one. I think the Panthers they look right in this one. What about the Seattle versus 49ers to finish off the season?
Yeah, that's a loss. I mean, San Francisco's just too good. At San Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, I definitely agree. What do you have for their record?
9-8.
I have them at 6-11, so right at that 7.5 cuffs. I think they could maybe steal one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost a lot more than what I actually said. So I would take the under on that one all day.
Yeah, we're going to see how good Sam Darnold is.
Yeah,
this year with a different coach, different scheme. He doesn't have DK Metcalf, not DJ. DK. So he's got a lot of older receivers. Let's see. And that defense is suspect.
Well, and I will say the final thing about that is Jackson Smith-Njigba was great when DK was out there. Yeah. And then you lose DK, and then you also lose the other one, the other wide receiver that was really good for them.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is the playoffs against Green Bay when he caught that deep ball. But yeah, I definitely think Seattle could struggle, so we'll definitely have to see how that goes. But Sam Darnold's going to make that money one way or another, either getting hit on the ground or throwing touchdown passes. Well, that takes us to the final team in the NFC West, Arizona Cardinals at 8.5. I don't know who is smoking what to think that they're going to get 8.
That's a big number.
Yeah, I would hammer the lower. So looking at this one, Cardinals versus Saints in New Orleans. Who do you got winning that game?
I got the Saints winning this one.
I got the Saints winning as well. What about the Panthers versus Cardinals?
I got the Carolina goes out to Arizona. First victory, home victory, win.
Yeah, I have the Panthers winning as well. What about
I have Arizona winning. I have Arizona winning this one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I was trying to help you correct yourself, not happening.
Oh, I think I noticed that a couple times. Okay.
What about the 49ers versus Cardinals?
Yeah, they lose.
Yeah.
That defense is too tough on Kyler.
What about Seattle and Arizona?
Another loss.
I have them winning that game actually at home. What about the Cardinals and Titans?
I got them beating the Titans. You're going against a rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
I got them winning.
I have Cardinals winning as well. What about the Colts versus Cardinals in Indianapolis?
I got them another victory. Now we're at 3-3.
I have the Colts winning this one. This is a Kyler Murray 4 interception type of game that we see very often. Packers versus Cardinals. Who you got winning that game?
I got loss.
Yep. I have the Packers winning that one. They could play in Brazil and Packers win that game. Cowboys versus Cardinals. Who do you got winning that game?
Another loss.
Yep, I got the Cowboys winning that one. What about the Seahawks versus Cardinals?
At Seattle, loss.
I have them losing as well. What about the 49ers versus Cardinals in Arizona?
In Arizona, I see Kyler coming back. Victory.
I have the 49ers winning that one. What about the Jaguars versus Cardinals?
Loss. I'm telling you right now, if Doobie is watching this, I like Jacksonville this year.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, Doobie, if you're watching this, don't listen. I got Jaguars winning it, but I don't believe in the Jaguars. Buccaneers versus Cardinals. Who you got winning that one?
At Buccaneers, I got Arizona winning this one.
Yeah, I actually have the Buccaneers winning this just because it's at home. I think that's going to bring a lot into it. LA versus Arizona. Who you got winning that game?
I got Arizona losing against the Rams.
Yep, same here as well. What about the Texans versus Cardinals?
Going to Houston, I would say a loss.
Yeah, I have them losing as well. I think the Texans win that one. What about the Cardinals versus Falcons?
I got the win for Arizona.
I have Arizona winning that one as well. What about the Bengals, Joey Burrow versus the Cardinals?
No, it ain't going to matter. It's a loss. I think they'll score them. This might be a 45-42 game.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to have some fantasy players playing that week, and I'm going to be betting the over. What about the Cardinals versus Rams to finish off the
At
season?
LA, last game of the season, Arizona's mailing it in. They're getting their tickets to wherever they're going to go. Loss.
I have them losing as well. I think this is the end of the reign of the Kyler Murray and Arizona. I think this is the year that they decide that they're going to go for a quarterback in the draft. So I have their record at 4-13. What do you have for them?
I have them 6-11.
Yeah, I think they're going to be competing for. I think the way that LA has played in how many past years, the 49ers are going to step up this year. If Seahawks kind of just get anything in motion, I think Arizona loses even more than 4 games. I truly do. I think this team is a dumpster fire with their situation of Trey McBride. I had him on fantasy. Never have him in fantasy because you don't score touchdowns. And then Kyler Murray. It's just one of these things where he just does too much. He does too much, and it causes bad situations. I would hammer the under. I like in this, looking at the over and unders, I really like the 49ers over hard, and I like the Cardinals under really hard. So,
yeah, that 8.5 number is really high. I think they're thinking that Kyler Murray's going to – I think also, too, they're thinking that maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a breakout year.
Yeah.
Because he did not last year. But who's giving him the ball? And I totally agree. This could be Kyler's last year because I think that coach, like any of the other coaches, if he ain't going to produce, I got to get somebody in there that will produce. And like I said, they may look for somebody in the draft.
Yeah, and this upcoming season for the draft or college football has some good quarterbacks coming through. So, I mean, you have the possibilities of Arch, you have the Drew Aller, you have these other quarterbacks, the guy from South Carolina. Like, you have some good quarterbacks coming out. So, it might be the year where halfway through you're like, this ain't it. Kyler ain't it. We haven't done anything since. But that is the NFC West. Obviously, we're saying. So who did you had a tie between the 49ers and
49ers and Rams. I think they're the 2 best teams in that division.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to duke it out for who wins it. And the other one makes the wild card. And that's going on the road.
I definitely agree. I think I think 49ers win it. I think LA fights for a wild card position. Because I think you have the Commanders in there. You have whoever's going to come out of the NFC North that's going to be fighting for that. I don't think they need to worry about the NFC South. I don't think you have to worry about that. But, I mean, watch out for the Cowboys this year. Watch out for the Commanders. You have the Eagles. Do they take a step forward, a step back? And then you have the Vikings, Chicago Bears, Lions. These other teams that are going to be fighting for a wild card because only one team can win. I could see LA winning 10 games and not getting in the playoffs this year because of how good everyone else is going to be. But yeah, we'll have to see. That is the NFC West. So on episode 116, we gave you some of the NFL updates and the NFC West wins. So where do we go next? Well, we're on to the AFC side. And with Mr. Tim Cook getting a Denver Broncos thing in his background, we're going to do the AFC West to start us off. Yeah, it's so impossible to do it.
Right there, right here.
And we'll start with the AFC West. Can the Chiefs keep it up? The Raiders going to come out of nowhere, run the ball all over. Doubt it. And are the Broncos actually serious with Bo Nix, or is this just a fluke? We'll talk about the wins and losses on that. If you need more of Cover 2 Cook, you can always find us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Subscribe, follow us. But we want to thank everyone. Have a great weekend, and we will be back on Wednesday. Bye.